All right, welcome back to the Tool World Podcast. I'm your host, Dave Jew. I'm here with Master Jew.
How's it going there, Mr. Jew?
It's going pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, all right, so this week we're continuing with the braking here. The reason we brought up the braking was I was looking through the video, looking through like an encyclopedia, and it just occurred to me like we just don't seem to do the same type of braking as they did in the back old days, right? And I wanted to get your thoughts on that. So we're gonna dive into that here today. So let's jump into the video. But I think braking was a little bit more bigger, I want to say.
Bigger?
I think people were doing like, I'm not sure. You just see people, they're doing these like jumping over people, brakes. They're doing, a lot of those different styles of brakes. And I feel like, I'm not sure, but testing wise, it has become more like still braking a lot, but still maybe more individualized into certain techniques for like a power or something, right? They don't do as many creative brakes, it seems, as much anymore, right? I'm not sure. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, when you look at WT, they've elevated that to a different level.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
And it's kind of interesting because I was talking to a friend of mine who does WT and says, "Oh my gosh, these braking." We were talking about braking, as a matter of fact, and he says it's become so aerial. It's like, it's exciting. It looks cool.
Right.
Is it practical from a self-defense point of view? Maybe not.
Right.
But it's very entertaining.
So do you feel like braking has changed over the years? From your personal standpoint, not our school, but what you've seen and what I have alluded to as well.
Ooh, I think that's a tough question because I think we're so focused on like world championships. And so basically you've got these 5 different types of brakes.
Right.
Well, you have specialty and power braking.
Right.
You don't have to go through all of those. But okay, we'll talk about specialty brakes because power braking is basically punching, knife hand, side piercing kicks, those kind of things. And when you look at the specialty, it's a flying high kick and reverse and those kind of things. For me, in the old days, we would definitely do different types of brakes, like twin flying front snap kick. I remember.
Well, we still do that too. Sometimes.
Yeah, we don't do as much, but I haven't seen anyone do like 6 boards go high, middle, and low. Have you seen that lately?
6 boards? You mean like 2 on each one?
Yeah, 2, 1, 2. It's you have 6 boards, 6 targets. Flying twin front snap kick, high, middle, and low. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Right? You don't see that anymore.
Is that possible? I guess so. I guess it
possible.
Is. Oh, you've seen it. Yeah.
And for demonstration, I always like to do the flying double side piercing kick, or try to go for 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen that.
And these were all 1-inch boards?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess you just Okay.
And so today you've got these demo boards and you look at it.
Well, you got to start somewhere first. So if you got to do the three flying twin front snap kicks, you got to start with the demo board. Make sure you hit them.
And I remember for my first black belt test, I remember someone was testing for second dan, and he jumped over. Sometimes jump over like 5 or 6 people. But he had 3 hula hoops. And he jumped through it and broke the board.
Oh wow.
You don't see that anymore. I mean, I haven't seen that in a while.
No, I haven't seen that in a while either.
So the world championship, you jump over like a tape, and if you break it, that's pretty cool. But can you imagine jumping over like 5, 6 guys and through a hula hoop?
I think the harder part is through the hula hoop because you have to gotta like. I think maybe if you practice enough. So my question for you is that we do have different breaks, and so you've seen people do all these different things like jumping through the hula hoop, or they're jumping over people. And not to say that we don't do that anymore, right?
Right.
But for a mass majority, I would say a lot of people don't do that.
Right.
You have a select number of people that can do it and they will do it, right?
Right.
So what is the fine line between, challenging a student versus having them just perform things where they're being pushed, but it's not necessarily a difficult kick, right? Because I could give somebody a break and it could be like 3 board side piercing kick.
Right.
Okay, they do need to have some technique for it, right? But is not like I'm jumping through a hula hoop type of technique, right? So what is the fine line, and how do you know, right? And what is fair to the students and what's not fair? You know, some people can jump up, they could do a flying reverse hooking kick, easy, break, right? Okay, I'm not gonna say easy, but they can do it, right? But you have other students that can't. So what's that fine line?
Ooh, fine line.
I mean, would you do that in a test? Would you make someone do a flying 360 reverse hook kick for a break?
Yeah, so
because not everyone can break that. Would you make them do a flying 360 turning kick?
So when we talk about standards, I guess, really what we're looking at is testing requirements, because you wouldn't want to do that in a demonstration. You go, okay, everyone's going to do a flying 360 back kick. Yeah, and you go, oh, but that one won't be able to do it. That won't look good.
Right.
And then everyone will look at what's that? What are they teaching over there?
Right.
So you wouldn't want that.
Yeah.
And maybe in competition, obviously you've got to have, there's going to be a certain standard, right? Like in world championships. But so when we're talking about standards, it's really about testing, because we don't do a lot of breaking during class, and I'm not a big fan of it in class anyway. It takes too much time, and if you're going to break wood, that's a lot of money. So you do plastic. But I also, in the classroom situation, I think it's also, there's a chances of injury higher. I think it is. You know, nobody wants to hold the board and get their finger smashed or broken. Actually, I think someone had their finger broken from it. From a kick.
Yeah.
So then you got to get a board holder, and then someone misses the board holder and, you know, scrape up their legs or whatever. It's not good. And and
so
it's just super
I guess
slow.
I guess the question is, do you want to see more of these crazier breaks?
In a testing, I don't. I personally think I look at an individual, I go, that person should be able to do this, this, and this. And why? Because I've seen him in class. I've seen him, he's got good technique. He's, you know.
Yeah.
And he might have I might have seen him practice on the board holder. I say, yeah, he can do it. And you have some other ones, and you go, no, he's not doing it.
Yeah.
So is it fair from a testing point of view to everyone's required to do that?
Yeah.
I think that's the question, right?
Right.
So you get a 12. Let's say you get a 10-year-old who broke a 1-inch pine wood board, and that kind of sets the standard.
Right.
Then you get this other kid who may be way smaller, maybe 50 pounds smaller, and you go, will he be able to do it? And he can't do it.
Yeah.
So do you pass him or you don't pass him? Or you make adjustments.
Yeah.
I'm kind of for making adjustments based on, you know, that individual. Is that fair? You know, because the other guy's going to say, I broke it, and he didn't break it, but he got promoted.
Well, yeah, I mean, if he's a lot smaller, then obviously you just know that.
That's kind of like, you know, you have an adult. I remember this actually. I might have said it before earlier. An adult blue belt testing with a child blue belt, and they both passed, and he was all upset, and he says, this is so bogus. I can do way more. I'm better than this kid.
Right.
And we both got promoted to red stripe, and he quit.
Yeah. That one must have hurt.
And it's like, well.
Yeah. No, I get that.
I mean, you talk about standards. I mean, you'll have kids that are maybe even more dedicated than an adult.
Yeah, that's true.
Trains really hard, and so are you going to hold them back? And so testing can be kind of questionable, I guess.
Yeah. All right, well, thanks for jumping into another Tool World podcast. Let us know your guys' thoughts on these different crazy breaks. Have you seen it change over the years? Right? Do you want to see a resurgence of that again? Just let us know in the comments. As always, don't forget to be safe.
Keep training.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Take one.